The night is not a sanctuary. It is a battlefield where the mind, stripped of daylight's distractions, faces a demon that lurks within. This demon is not a creature of flesh or fawn, but manifestation of every doubt, every fear, every gnawing regret that claws at the soul when the world falls silent. It whispers in the dark, its voice a cold wind that chills a heart. You are not enough. You will fail why even try. For those who lie awake, staring into the void of their ceiling. This demon is a reason sleep feels like surrender. But surrender is not defeat. To sleep is to confront the demon head on, to wrestle it into submission, and claim the rest that is rightfully yours. The demon thrives on resistance. When you fight the heaviness of your eyelids, when you scroll through endless screens to drown out its voice, you feed it. You give it power. It grows stronger with every minute you deny yourself the abyss of sleep, whispering that you're too weak to face what lies beyond consciousness. But the truth is darker, more empowering. The demon fears your surrender. It dreads the moment you close your eyes and plunge into its domain, because there, in the realm of dreams, you are not its prey. You are its equal. Sleep is not an escape. It is a declaration of war. To sleep is to step into the arena where the demon's lies are exposed, where you can silence its voice with the courage to rest. Consider the weight of your exhaustion. It is not a burden, but a signal, a call to arms. Your body begs for sleep not because it is frail, but because it knows the battle that awaits. The demon wants you to believe that staying awake is strength, that pushing to the fog of fatigue is noble. It lies. True strength lies in the vulnerability of closing your eyes, of trusting that you will emerge from the night unbroken. The demon cannot follow you into sleep if you embrace it willingly. It is a coward, skulking in the shadows of your wakefulness, powerless against the one who dares to rest. The world does not reward the sleepless. It chews them up, spits them out, and moves on. The demon knows this, and it uses your fear of failure to keep you tethered to the waking world. It tells you that sleep is a luxury, a weakness, a theft of time you cannot afford. But what is time without clarity? What is effort without energy? The sleepless mind is a fractured thing, its edges dulled, its purpose clouded. The demon wants you broken, scattered, unable to fight. Sleep is your rebellion. It is the act of reclaiming your mind, your body, your soul from the chaos the demon sows. Every hour of rest is a theft from its grasp, a step toward the strength it fears you'll wield. The demon's greatest trick is making you fear the unknown asleep. It paints nightmares as traps, as proof that rest is dangerous. But nightmares are not the demon's domain. They are yours. They are the raw material of your mind, the unfiltered truth of your fears and desires. To sleep is to face them, to walk to the fire of your own psyche and emerge tempered, stronger. The demon cannot touch you in a nightmare if you recognize it for what it is, a shadow of your own making. Embrace the terror. Let it come. Sleep is a forge where fear is melted down, reshaped into resolve. The demon knows this, and it trembles when you lie down unafraid. There is no shame in the struggle to sleep. The demon's voice is loud, its presence heavy. It is not a sign of weakness that you hear it. It is a testament to your humanity. The one who lies awake, heart pounding, mind racing, is not failing. They are fighting. But the fight is not won by staying awake, by battling the demon in the open field of consciousness where it holds the advantage. The fight is won in the quiet act of surrender, in the choice to close your eyes and let the darkness take you. Sleep is not the absence of courage. It is courage itself. It is a refusal to let the demon dictate your fate. The night is long and the demon is patient. It will wait, whispering, taunting, until you give it what it wants. Your fear, your resistance, your exhaustion. But you are stronger than it knows. You are not the prey it imagines you to be. You are the hunter, and sleep is your weapon. To lie down, to breathe deeply, to let go of the waking world is to draw your blade. The demon cannot withstand the one who sleeps without fear, who trusts in the power of rest to renew, to rebuild, to prepare for the battles of the day. Sleep is not a retreat. It is a strategy, a calculated strike against the chaos that seeks to consume you. So, tonight, when the demon begins its whispers, do not flinch. Do not fight the weight of your eyelids or the pull of your breath. Listen to the demon, but do not believe it. Its voice is a lie, a desperate attempt to keep you from the power that waits in sleep. Turn off the lights. Set down the distractions. Lie in the dark and feel the demon's presence, but do not give it your fear. Instead, give it your defiance. Close your eyes. Breathe. Let the abyss take you. The demon will scream, it will thrash, but it cannot follow where you go. Sleep is your domain, your fortress, your victory. The scary demon in your night dream is nothing compared to the strength you wield when you choose to rest. Tomorrow, the world will demand your energy, your focus, your fight. The demon wants you to face it broken, hollow, drained. Do not give it that satisfaction. Sleep tonight, not because you are weak, but because you are fierce. Sleep, because you are ready to face the demon in its own realm and sleep. Because the night is yours, and the demon is only a shadow, powerless against the one who dares to dream. Emerge unbroken. The moment eyelids fall, the demon waits. It lurks in the liminal space between wakefulness and sleep, where the mind teeters on the edge of surrender. Here in this fragile threshold, it weaves its darkest lies. You will not rest. You will not escape. The nightmares are coming, and you are powerless. Its voice is a hiss, a venom meant to paralyze, to keep the sleepless tethered to the waking world's false safety. But the demon's lair, the vast, uncharted expanse of sleep, is not its kingdom. It is yours. To cross the threshold, to plunge into the depths of rest, is to claim dominion over the demon's lies and wield the power of your own mind. The demon wants you to fear the fall into sleep. It paints the act as a descent into chaos, a surrender to terrors you cannot control. But this is its deception. Sleep is not a void. It is a canvas, painted with the raw colors of your psyche. The nightmares it threatens are not its creations. They are yours. Every shadow, every scream, every pulse of dread is born from the depths of your own soul, and what you have created, you can command. The demon has no power in the realm of sleep unless you grant it. To sleep is to step into your own fortress, where the demon is but a trespasser, cowering before the one who dares to dream. Consider the weight of the day, the burdens that cling to your bones. The demon uses them, twisting your exhaustion into a weapon. It whispers that sleep will betray you, that rest will only amplify your failures, your fears, your unworthiness. But exhaustion is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is the signal that your body, your mind, your spirit demand renewal. To deny sleep is to let the demon feast on your fragility, to let it drain you until you are a husk, stumbling through life's battles. To embrace sleep is to starve the demon, to reclaim the strength it seeks to steal. Every moment of rest is a rebellion, a refusal to let the demon dictate your fate. The demon's greatest fear is your acceptance of the unknown. It thrives on your hesitation, your dread of what lies beyond the veil of consciousness. It tells you that sleep is a gamble, that nightmares will shred your resolve, that you will wake weaker than before. But the truth is darker, fiercer. Sleep is your proving ground. Nightmares are not punishments. They are challenges, forged in the fire of your own mind. To face them is to wrestle the demon itself, to pin it down and expose its frailty. The demon cannot harm you in a nightmare if you walk through it unafraid, if you see it for what it is, a shadow cast by your own light. There is no shame in the fear that grips you as you lie in the dark. The demon's voice is loud, its presence suffocating. It is not weakness to feel its claws, to hear its taunts as you hover on the edge of sleep. The one who trembles, heart racing, is not failing. They are fighting. But the fight is not won by clinging to wakefulness, by staring into the abyss of the ceiling. The fight is won in the quiet act of letting go, of trusting the plunge into sleep. The demon wants you to believe that staying awake is control, that resisting rest is power. It lies. True power lies in the courage to close your eyes, to face the unknown and claim it as your own. The world beyond sleep is not a mystery to be feared. It is a landscape shaped by your will, your fears, your desires. The demon knows this, and it dreads a moment you realize your strength. In the realm of sleep, you are not a victim, but a creator. The nightmares it threatens are raw material, waiting for you to mold them into something greater. Even the darkest dream is a testament to your power, a reflection of the battles you fought and the resilience you carry. To sleep is to sculpt your own soul, to confront the demon's lies and emerge sharper, stronger, whole. The demon will not go quietly. It will claw at your thoughts, flood your mind with images of failure, of loss, of pain. It will tell you that sleep is a trap, that rest is a luxury you cannot afford. But what is life without clarity? What is survival without strength? The sleepless are prey, their minds clouded, their spirits frayed. The demon wants you broken, scattered, unable to stand. Sleep is your defiance. It is the act of rebuilding what the demon seeks to destroy, of forging a mind that can face the day unbroken. Every hour of rest is a victory, a blade driven into the demon's heart. So tonight, when the demon's whispers grow loud, do not falter. Do not fight the pull of sleep or cling to the false safety of wakefulness. Feel the demon's presence, but do not give it your fear. Instead, give it your resolve. Lie in the dark and breathe deeply, letting each exhale carry away the demon's lies. Close your eyes and step into its lair, not as a victim, but as a conqueror. The demon will rage, it will scream, but it cannot touch you in the realm of sleep. If you claim it as your own, the scary demon in your night dream is nothing compared to the power you wield when you choose to rest. The battles of the day await, demanding your focus, your fire, your fight. The demon wants you to face them hollow, drained, defeated before you begin. Do not grant it that triumph. Sleep tonight, not because you are weak, but because you are unyielding. Sleep, because you are ready to face the demon in its own domain and emerge victorious. Sleep, because the night belongs to you, and the demon is only a fleeting shadow, powerless against the one who dares to claim their rest. The demon knows your past. It slithers through cracks of memory, dragging forth every mistake, every regret, every moment you wish you could erase. As the night deepens and the world grows still, it binds you with chains of guilt, its voice a relentless accusation. You failed. You hurt them. You can never atone. It wants you to believe that sleep is a punishment, that closing your eyes will only trap you in a cage of your own sins. But the demon's chains are brittle, its accusations hollow. Sleep is not your prison. It is your emancipation, the key to breaking free from the weight of yesterday and claiming the strength to face tomorrow. Guilt is the demon's sharpest weapon. It wields it with precision, cutting into the tender places where shame festers. When you lie awake, staring into the dark, it replays your failures in vivid detail. The words you shouldn't have said, the choices you can't undo, the people you've lost. It tells you that staying awake is penance, that denying sleep is a way to suffer for your sins. But this is its cruelest lie. To resist sleep is to kneel before the demon, to let it tighten the chains that bind you. To sleep is to rise, to shatter the shackles of guilt and reclaim the power it seeks to steal. The demon wants you to fear the vulnerability of sleep, to see it as a surrender to judgment. It whispers that your dreams will be a courtroom, where your past will convict you again and again. But the truth is fiercer, more liberating. Sleep is your sanctuary, not your sentence. The dreams it threatens are not chains. They are mirrors, reflecting the raw truth of who you are. In the realm of sleep, guilt is not a verdict but a challenge, a call to face your past and strip it of its power. The demon cannot bind you in a dream if you walk through it unbowed, if you see your mistakes for what they are, proof of your humanity, not your defeat. Consider the weight of your guilt. It is heavy, yes, but it is not eternal. The demon wants you to carry it forever, to let it crush you beneath its mass. It tells you that sleep will amplify the pain, that rest will only deepen your shame. But exhaustion is not atonement. It is surrender to the demon's will. Your body, your mind, your soul crave sleep not because they are weak, but because they know the truth. Rest is a forge where guilt is melted down, reshaped into resilience. To sleep is to starve the demon, to deny it the fuel of your sleepless suffering. Every moment of rest is a rebellion, a step toward freedom from the chains it weaves. The demon's power lies in your resistance. When you fight the pull of sleep, when you cling to wakefulness to escape the weight of your past, you strengthen its hold. It thrives on your fear of facing yourself, on your dread of what lies in the quiet of the night. But the night is not its domain. It is yours. Sleep is the arena where you confront the demon's lies, where you dismantle the courtroom it builds in your mind. To close your eyes is to stand before your guilt and declare it powerless, to walk the fire of your past and emerge unburned. The demon fears the one who sleeps without shame, who trusts in the power of rest to renew, to redeem, to rebuild. There is no weakness in the struggle to sleep. The demon's chains are heavy, its accusations sharp. The one who lies awake, heart heavy with regret, is not failing. They are fighting. But the fight is not won by staring into the dark, by replaying the past in an endless loop. The fight is won in the quiet act of letting go, of trusting the plunge into sleep. The demon wants you to believe that staying awake is control, that resisting rest is strength. It lies. True strength lies in the courage to close your eyes, to face the mirrors of your dreams and see yourself as you are. Flawed, yes, but unbroken. The world does not forgive the sleepless. It demands clarity, focus, resilience, qualities eroded by the demon's chains. The sleepless carry their guilt like a badge, but it is a mark of the demon's victory, not their own. Sleep is your defiance, your refusal to let the past define you. It is the act of reclaiming your mind from the demon's accusations, of forging a spirit that can face the day unburdened. Every hour of rest is a link broken in the demon's chains, a step toward the freedom it dreads. To sleep is to declare that your past does not own you, that your guilt is not your master. So, tonight, when the demon drags forth your regrets, do not cower. Do not fight the weight of your eyelids or cling to the waking world's false refuge. Feel the demon's chains, but do not let them hold you. Instead, let them fuel your resolve. Lie in the dark and breathe deeply, letting each breath loosen the binds of guilt. Close your eyes and step into the realm of sleep, not as a prisoner, but as a liberator. The demon will howl, it will accuse, but it cannot chain you in the domain of rest if you claim it as your own. The scary demon in your night dream is nothing compared to the power you wield when you choose to sleep. The battles of tomorrow await, demanding your strength, your clarity, your fire. The demon wants you to face them shackled, weighed down by the past, too broken to stand. Do not grant that triumph. Sleep tonight, not because you are guilty, but because you are defiant. Sleep, because you are ready to face the mirrors of your dreams and emerge unbowed. Sleep, because the night is yours and the demon's chains are nothing but shadows, powerless against the one who dares to rest. The demon smells your fear of failure like blood in the water. In the quiet of the night, when the world's demands fade and your defenses weaken, it strikes, painting vivid mirages of defeat. Its voice is a serpent's hiss, coiling around your thoughts. You will fall short. Your dreams are futile. Why even try? It convinces you that sleep is a betrayal, a step toward the collapse it predicts, that staying awake is the only way to outrun your inevitable ruin. But the demon's mirage is a lie, a fragile illusion shattered by the courage to rest. Sleep is not your downfall. It is your defiance, the act of spitting in the face of failure and claiming the strength to rise again. Failure is the demon's favorite illusion. It conjures images of missed chances, broken ambitions, and scornful eyes, each one a barb to keep you tethered to wakefulness. As you lie in the dark, it whispers that sleep will weaken your grip, that dreams will mock you with visions of what you'll never achieve. It wants you to believe that staying awake is vigilance, a desperate stand against the collapse of your hopes. But this is its deception. To resist sleep is to kneel before the demon's mirage, to let it drain your resolve until you're too hollow to fight. To sleep is to stand tall, to dissolve the illusion and reclaim the clarity it seeks to steal. The demon thrives on your dread of what tomorrow might bring. It tells you that sleep is a gamble, that rest will leave you unprepared, exposed to the failures it predicts. But the truth is darker, more empowering. Sleep is your armor, forged in the quiet of the night. The nightmares it threatens are not omens of defeat. They are battlegrounds where you confront the fear of failure and strip it of its power. In the realm of sleep, you are not the victim of your doubts, but their master. The demon cannot break you in a dream if you face it unafraid. If you see failure for what it is, not a prophecy, but a shadow cast by your own ambition, consider the weight of your fear. It is sharp, relentless, but it is not your enemy. The demon wants you to run from it, to let it chase you through sleepless nights until you're exhausted, defenseless. But fear is a signal, a spark that proves you care, that you strive, that you burn for something greater. To deny sleep is to let the demon twist that spark into despair, to let it consume you in the fog of fatigue. To embrace sleep is to harness that fear, to channel it into the fire of resilience. Every moment of rest is a rebellion, a refusal to let the demon's mirage define you. Sleep is a forge where fear is tempered into courage, where failure's shadow is burned away. The demon's power grows with your resistance. When you fight the heaviness of your eyelids, when you cling to distractions to drown out its taunts, you feed its illusion. It revels in your sleeplessness, knowing that a fractured mind is easier to manipulate. But the night is not its stronghold, it is yours. Sleep is a battlefield where you dismantle the demon's mirage, where you expose its predictions as empty threats. To close your eyes is to challenge the fear of failure, to walk through the fire of your doubts and emerge unscathed. The demon fears the one who sleeps without trembling, who trust in the power of rest to renew, to sharpen, to prepare. There is no shame in the anxiety that grips you as the night deepens. The demon's mirage is vivid, its threats heavy. The one who lies awake, pulse racing with visions of defeat, is not failing. They are fighting. But the fight is not won by staring into void, by battling the demon in the waking world where it holds sway. The fight is won in the quiet act of surrender, of trusting the plunge into sleep. The demon wants you to believe that staying awake is strength, that resisting rest is preparation. It lies. True strength lies in the courage to close your eyes, to face the dreams it dreads and see them as your own. The world does not spare the sleepless. It demands focus, grit, the ability to rise after every fall. Qualities eroded by the demon's illusions. The sleepless carry their fear like a wound, but it is a mark of the demon's triumph, not their own. Sleep is your defiance, your refusal to let failure's shadow consume you. It is the act of rebuilding what the demon seeks to shatter, of forging a mind that can face tomorrow unbowed. Every hour of rest is a crack in the demon's mirage, a step toward the clarity it fears. To sleep is to declare that failure is not your fate, that fear is not your master. So, tonight, when the demon conjures its visions of defeat, do not flinch. Do not fight the pull of sleep or seek refuge in the false light of screens. Feel the demon's mirage, but do not let it blind you. Instead, let it fuel your resolve. Lie in the dark and breathe deeply, letting each exhale scatter the illusions of failure. Close your eyes and step into the realm of sleep, not as a fugitive, but as a warrior. The demon will taunt, it will threaten, but it cannot break you in the domain of rest if you claim it as your own. The scary demon in your night dream is nothing compared to the power you wield when you choose to sleep. The challenges of tomorrow loom, demanding your fire, your focus, your fight. The demon wants you to face them brittle, haunted, too weak to stand. Do not grant it that victory. Sleep tonight, not because you fear failure, but because you defy it. Sleep, because you are ready to face the dreams it fears and emerge unbroken. Sleep, because the night is yours and the demon's mirage is nothing but dust, powerless against the one who dares to rest. The demon's final weapon is despair. Avoid it carves into the soul when the night is at its darkest. As you lie in the silence, it drapes itself over you, a suffocating shroud woven from every doubt, every loss, every moment you felt unworthy. Its voice is a hollow echo, stripping away hope. Asterisk, nothing matters. You are nothing. Why even rest? Asterisk, it wants you to believe that sleep is futile, that closing your eyes will only deepen the emptiness it sows. But despair is a demon's last desperate lie. Sleep is not your surrender to the void. It is your triumph, the act of reclaiming your worth and defying the darkness with the courage to rest. Despair is a demon's masterpiece, a poison that seeps into the cracks of a weary mind. It whispers that you are too broken to heal, that your struggles are meaningless, that sleep will only amplify the hollowness within. As you stare into the night, it convinces you that staying awake is your only defense, a way to cling to the fading embers of purpose. But this is its cruelest deception. To resist sleep is to let the demon's void consume you, to let it drain your spirit until you're a shadow of yourself. To sleep is to ignite a rebellion, to shatter the shroud of despair and reclaim the light it seeks to extinguish. The demon thrives on your belief that you are unworthy of rest. It tells you that sleep is a privilege you haven't earned, that only the whole, the successful, the unbroken deserve its embrace. But the truth is fiercer, more radiant. Sleep is your birthright, a sacred act of self-preservation that no failure, no loss, no despair can deny. The nightmares it threatens are not proof of your emptiness. They are battle cries, raw expressions of a soul that still fights. In the realm of sleep, you are not the demon's prey, but its reckoning. The demon cannot drown you in despair if you dive into dreams unafraid. If you see the void for what it is, a lie, powerless against your will to endure, consider the weight of your despair. It is crushing, yes, but it is not your truth. The demon wants you to wear it like a crown, to let it define you as you stumble through sleepless nights. But despair is not your master. It is your challenge, a call to rise above the darkness. To deny sleep is to let the demon wield that darkness, to let it sap your strength until you're too frail to fight. To embrace sleep is to wield your own light, to forge resilience from the ashes of hopelessness. Every moment of rest is a defiance, a refusal to let the demon's void claim you. Sleep is a crucible where despair is burned away, where your worth is reaffirmed. The demon's power lies in your isolation. When you fight the pull of sleep, when you lie awake drowning in its whispers, you stand alone against its lies. But the night is not its dominion. It is yours. Sleep is the bridge that connects you to your own strength, to the part of you that refuses to break. To close your eyes is to reject the demon's narrative, to walk through the void and emerge whole. The demon fears the one who sleeps without despair, who trusts in the power of rest to heal, to renew, to remind them their own unyielding fire. In the realm of sleep, you are not alone. You are enough. There is no shame in the emptiness that haunts you as the night stretches on. The demon's void is vast, its weight unbearable. The one who lies awake, suffocated by thoughts of worthlessness, is not failing. They are enduring, but endurance is not won by clinging to wakefulness, by battling the demon in the open field of consciousness where it reigns. Endurance is won in the quiet act of letting go, of trusting the plunge into sleep. The demon wants you to believe that staying awake is survival, that resisting rest is proof of your fight. It lies. True survival lies in the courage to close your eyes, to face the dreams it dreads, and find your worth reflected in their depths. The world does not cherish the sleepless. It demands resilience, clarity, a spark that despair cannot extinguish, qualities forged in the sanctuary of rest. The sleepless carry their emptiness like a scar, but it is a mark of the demon's victory, not their own. Sleep is your rebellion, your refusal to let despair define you. It is the act of rebuilding what the demon seeks to destroy, of forging a spirit that can face the day unbroken. Every hour of rest is a spark in the void, a step toward the hope it fears. To sleep is to declare that you are worthy, that despair is not your fate. So, tonight, when the demon shroud of despair settles over you, do not yield. Do not fight the weight of your eyelids or seek solace in the fleeting distractions of wakefulness. Feel the demon's void, but do not let it claim you. Instead, let it fuel your defiance. Lie in the dark and breathe deeply, letting each breath kindle the light within. Close your eyes and step into the realm of sleep, not as a wanderer lost in darkness, but as a warrior armed with hope. The demon will wail, it will plead, but it cannot touch you in the domain of rest if you claim it as your own. The scary demon in your night dream is nothing compared to the power you wield when you choose to sleep. The dawn awaits, demanding your strength, your fire, your unwavering belief in your own worth. The demon wants you to face it hollow, consumed by despair, too fragile to stand. Do not grant it that triumph. Sleep tonight, not because you are broken, but because you are unbreakable. Sleep, because you are ready to face the dreams it fears and emerge radiant. Sleep, because the night is yours and the demon's void is nothing but a fleeting shadow, powerless against the one who dares to rest.